Every movement carries both risk and opportunity. Every action triggers a profound chain of reactions. A single moment is enough to overturn the established order. And only those who adapt will continue the journey. Dawn breaks over the African plains, draping a thin veil of mist across the golden grasses. At this hour, dappled shadows begin to stir. This is a family of African painted wolves, one of the most cohesive hunting communities on our planet. They move in silence, yet without a hint of chaos. At the heart of the pack, the alpha pair leads with a quiet, steady confidence. They are the leaders, the parents, the nucleus that maintains the rhythm of the entire community. A mere glance or a soft chortle from their throats suffices to direct the group, as if sharing a single mind. In this fragile wilderness, consensus is found not in roars, but in the sharp, rhythmic staccato of a sneeze. It is a primitive democracy. Only when enough voices join this audible choir does the pack move as one, driven by a collective will. Their mottled coats of gold, charcoal, and white are entirely unique to each individual. Each is a masterpiece of nature, painted with a purposeful yet spontaneous hand. Their large, satellite dish ears amplify every sound while dissipating heat against the rising temperatures of the coming day. As the sun climbs, the alpha pair halts at the distant fringes of the plain. A young wildebeest has strayed from its herd, caught off guard in a seemingly harmless moment. For a creature relying on an innate magnetic compass for navigation, isolation means losing both protection and direction. Scientists believe they sense the Earth's magnetic field to guide their epic migrations. Isolated, the calf faces not just a predator, but the disorientation of a vast, overwhelming world. This is the opportunity, and the signal. Without a roar or a bark, the pack surges forward like a sudden, invisible gale. Their slender frames glide over the earth, kicking up columns of golden dust. The group tightens the noose. The pursuit is ended swiftly, efficiently, and with terrifying precision. The entire pack gathers around the fallen prey. There is no quarreling, no jostling for position. African painted wolves are among the few species that regard the sharing of food as sacred. In a land where life balances precariously on the edge, such solidarity is the key to their endurance. As the sun crowns the horizon, bathing their dappled fur in light, the group moves off quietly. A new day has begun, laden with risks, opportunities, and untold stories. At high noon, when the sun peaks and most predators seek the shade, the spotted hyena grows active. Spotted hyenas live in matriarchal clans, where the adult females hold absolute dominion. They coordinate brilliantly, employing calls, low growls, and even scent to communicate. Their bite force is immense, allowing them to pulverize bones that many other species simply abandon. Consequently, they often loiter near the kills of others, even when the danger is significant. By day, they easily spot cheetahs with their kills, as cheetahs must rest after high-speed sprints. With leopards, the theft is harder, for the leopard is stronger and far more aggressive. Even lions are not exempt from their persistence. Lions are the hyena's greatest rivals. Yet by day, if a lion is weary or alone, hyenas may intrude. Spotted hyenas are far more than mere scavengers. They are formidable, highly organized hunters. Not far from where the hyenas gather, a leopard emerges silently from the scattered trees. Unlike the cheetah or the lion, the leopard operates alone, relying on agility, climbing prowess, and explosive power. Leopards favor areas of dense thicket, rocky outcrops, or large, sturdy boughs. They hunt by stalking with agonizing slowness, utilizing every scrap of available cover. Today, its target is a troop of baboons foraging near a rocky escarpment. Monkeys are dangerous prey. They possess long canines, live in groups, and react with lightning speed. But the leopard is bold enough to hunt them, especially targeting the young or the carelessly isolated. The leopard lies low in the grass, observing every nuance of the baboon's behavior. A youngster sits just a few yards from its mother. A small gap, but a sufficient opening. The leopard flattens its body and snakes forward through the stalks. The small prey has no time to react before the cat's talons find their mark. With immense strength, it drags the carcass to a nearby tree. Nearby, the pack of painted wolves continues through the short grass, noses twitching for fresh scent. It is now late afternoon, the hour when their hunting efficiency is at its peak. They encounter a herd of impala grazing near a thicket. Impala are fast and nimble, yet they are prone to panic under the pressure of a relentless chase. The wolves close in and strike rapidly, bringing one down within mere seconds. But the scent of blood does not remain a secret for long on the Savanna. A clan of spotted hyenas quickly detects the kill. They emerge from the tree line, ready to challenge the wolves. The painted wolves immediately prick their ears, circling the impala and baring their teeth in warning. Within seconds, the protective circle around the impala is breached. The hyenas lunge in, seizing the carcass with powerful jaws and dragging it beyond the wolves' reach. The wolves can only stand a few dozen yards away, panting and watchful, but unable to reclaim it. The impala hunt was a success, but the meal belongs to another. After a series of hunts, tension, and bitter losses, the pack enters its most vital season, breeding. This is when the rhythm of the entire pack shifts. Only the alpha pair is permitted to breed, ensuring the pack does not have too many mouths to feed. When the pups are born, each weighs just a few ounces, eyes sealed shut and entirely dependent on their mother. But what distinguishes this species is that the entire pack shares the burden of their care. Males, non-breeding females, and even yearlings all participate in nurturing the pups. At around 3 weeks of age, they begin to crawl from the mouth of the den. Their movements are still clumsy, yet they are remarkably active, nipping ears and practicing their chase. This is also their most vulnerable stage of life. Any unusual sound sends the pack into an immediate defensive ring around the burrow. The breeding season cements the bonds between every member of the pack. Each individual contributes to the new generation, a fundamental factor in the painted wolf's survival. For a cheetah, raising young is a solitary journey, devoid of kin or a pack for protection. Every critical decision rests solely on the mother's shoulders. Cheetahs are renowned for their extraordinary, record-breaking speed. They are the fastest animals on land. Yet, a body engineered for velocity leaves them physically weaker in direct confrontations. Thus, the secret to motherhood is not just hunting skill, but the mastery of avoidance. They often select low hills or the bases of scattered trees as their resting places. Cheetah cubs possess soft grey coats with a silver mane along the back, mimicking the look of a honey badger. These cubs are highly energetic, yet they are never permitted to roam freely. They learn the art of the hunt through the simplest method, imitating their mother. The mother cheetah leads her brood to a different thicket. She never frequents the same spot twice to avoid being tracked by other predators. It is a familiar cadence: move, hide, hunt, teach, and move again. There is never a moment of true safety, yet through this strict cycle, the cub's chances of survival improve daily. In the far reaches of the plain, the earth trembles beneath the weight of African elephants heading toward water. Leadership falls to the matriarch, a living map of the wild. Her memory is a vast archive of ancient pathways and hidden springs, forged through decades of drought and abundance. To follow her is to walk in the footsteps of ancestors. Elephants are distinguished by vast ears for cooling, long tusks for digging or defense, and a highly versatile trunk. They move slowly but with purpose, always keeping the calves at the center to ward off lions or hyenas. Elephants are rightly regarded as the engineers of the ecosystem. They forge trails, clear clearings, and dig wells when the earth parches. Thanks to them, many other species find places to forage or seek shelter. Trees toppled by elephants become shade for antelope, hideouts for leopards, or feeding grounds for birds. Elephants move with a quiet, unhurried grace, maintaining the natural equilibrium of the savanna. Near the area the herd just traversed, other savanna residents continue their daily rituals. Zebras appear in small groups, grazing while remaining perpetually vigilant. They rely on a keen sense of smell and memory to find new pastures, serving as guides for other migrants. Their black and white stripes serve to dazzle predators during a chase, creating an unreadable optical illusion. Nearby, giraffes tower over all other species. Giraffes browse on acacia leaves that few others can reach, preventing the overgrowth of tall trees. Their long necks provide a distant vantage point, and their reactions often alert other animals to approaching danger. On the riverbanks, hippos wallow in the mud to escape the intense heat. They live in pods and spend the vast majority of their time submerged. Though peaceful when quiet, the hippopotamus is among the most dangerous animals in Africa. In the low scrub, close to the earth, mongooses wander in search of insects. Mongooses live in large, watchful groups, taking turns to stand sentry. Not far from the mongooses, a lone honey badger moves with an air of absolute confidence. This species is legendary for its fearless and indomitable courage. Each species, from the zebra to the honey badger, plays its part in the savanna's stability. As the sun dips below the horizon, the savanna gradually falls into a hushed stillness. The painted wolves retreat after an unfavorable encounter, leading their pups to safer grass. The cheetah mother settles beneath a low bush, watching over her 3 cubs after a long day of lessons. Above, the leopard remains motionless on its branch, resting but never truly letting down its guard. In the distance, the elephants trek on, leaving new trails and the familiar signs of nature's engineers. Each species, great or small, fulfills its unique role to create the steady pulse of life on this vast land. From all these movements, a clear lesson emerges. Nature thrives through profound connection. Painted wolves rely on the unshakable power of solidarity. Leopards depend on endurance and the mastery of concealment. Cheetahs rely on the caution and persistence of a mother. Elephants rely on memory and collective responsibility. The savanna concludes a vibrant day, reminding us that sustainability is only reached when each individual thrives. When every species understands its role and harmonizes with the greater tapestry. Even an old male lion can fall before a fierce and united clan of spotted hyenas. Is this merely an instinct for survival, or an ambition to dominate the entire savanna? The spotted hyena, Crocuta crocuta, is the largest of its family, weighing between 121 and 154 pounds. Unlike most predators, here the females hold absolute dominion. They are larger, stronger, and significantly more aggressive. This stems, in part, from high testosterone levels while still in the womb. This hormone makes them physically more robust and bolder in the heat of conflict. Nature here has rewritten the rules of power. The matriarch bears the physical hallmarks of dominance, a biological masquerade that grants her absolute rule. In the complex hierarchy of the clan, her word and her bloodline is law. These animals live in complex social groups called clans, which can number over 80 individuals. All members follow a matriarchal system where rank is inherited from mother to daughter. The true strength of the species lies in tactical coordination and mutual support during the hunt. The teeth of a spotted hyena possess immense bite force, capable of crushing the bones of buffalo and giraffes. They rely not just on muscle, but on unyielding persistence and a formidable team spirit. From afar, dust clouds rise under the heavy tread of Cape Buffalo, the giants of the plains, each weighing nearly 2,000 pounds. Their curved horns are like formidable weapons of war. Low, fast, silent shadows glide through the grass, a clan of spotted hyenas. The entire group moves as one. ready for an assault that demands absolute strength and coordination. In the chaos, a young buffalo loses its rhythm and falls behind the safety of the herd. Within minutes, its resistance is brought to an end. Growls and laughter mingle with the sound of tearing flesh. To many species, the Cape buffalo is a nightmare. But to the spotted hyena, it is a testament to intelligence, courage, and the power of unity. From the slopes, a lioness has spotted a herd of Cape buffalo moving slowly toward the marsh. Heavy muscle and horns curved like massive weapons of war. Even lions must exercise extreme caution around them. But for a hungry family, it is a challenge worth the immense risk. The entire pride lowers itself, snaking through the low acacia scrub. The wind is favorable, carrying their scent away from the herd. Suddenly, a roar shatters the air. A young buffalo is cut off and immediately becomes the focus of the assault. The buffalo struggles with incredible violence, but finally it collapses, gasping. On the Savanna, the battle between lion and buffalo is a timeless dance of power and fluidity. And today, the victory belongs to the great cats. On a golden afternoon, beneath the shade of a low acacia tree, a cheetah family waits. The cheetah, Acinonyx jubatus, is the fastest land animal on our planet. Their speed can exceed 62 miles per hour in seconds, yet they can only sustain the chase briefly. A slender frame, long legs, a flexible spine, and a tail, acting as a rudder, allow for instant turns. This family consists of a mother and several cubs, no more than 6 or 7 weeks old. Their bodies are still small, their spots faint, and their backs covered in a silver-grey mantle of fur. This is the stage where the mother must hunt constantly to provide enough milk and meat for her brood. Ahead of them, a herd of impala grazes, occasionally lifting their heads in cautious unison. The mother bellies to the ground, moving with silent precision, her amber eyes locked on a stray yearling. The cubs, far too small to participate, remain motionless in the scrub, observing their mother's every move. When the distance between her and the prey closes to just a few dozen yards, the mother accelerates. Her dash is like a bolt of lightning tearing through the stillness of the afternoon. She has only just begun to drag the carcass toward her young when a raspy laugh erupts from behind. From the edge of the plain, a spotted hyena emerges. The mother cheetah hisses softly, the fur on her back bristling, but she knows she cannot win this fight. She yields the kill and retreats to her waiting cubs, abandoning the meal she just fought for. On the Savanna, even the swiftest of hunters must often bow to the sheer persistence of the hyena. From the far reaches of the plain, a family of African elephants approaches. They are led by the oldest and wisest matriarch, whose memory holds the locations of ancient waterholes. The African elephant, Loxodonta africana, is the largest land animal on the face of the earth. An adult can exceed 10 feet and weigh 13,227 pounds. Their massive ears not only detect distant sounds, but act as radiators to cool their massive bodies. The trunk, containing over 40,000 bundles of muscle, is a versatile tool for drinking and greeting. The herd moves in a stately line, with the vulnerable calves protected in the center by towering adults. Occasionally, the matriarch halts, raising her trunk to test the wind for the scent of water. After several hours, the earth beneath their feet grows darker, a welcome sign of moisture. They quicken their pace. Reaching the pool, the herd plunges in, trunk siphoning up the cool, refreshing water. As the herd departs the waterhole, they follow their old trail back to the foraging grounds. But behind the main group, a mother and her calf have fallen slightly behind. In the thick grass along the path, several low, dappled shapes begin to manifest. A clan of spotted hyenas, lured by the scent of the calf, moves in with chilling speed. They know that an isolated elephant calf represents a rare and extraordinary opportunity. The mother instantly wheels around, shielding her young, flaring her ears and trumpeting a piercing blast. From the distance, deep rumbles and heavy footfalls answer the call. The herd has heard her. In moments, the adults charge back and form an impenetrable circle. Overwhelmed by size and sheer numbers, the hyenas surrender and melt back into the tall grass. Soon, the mother and calf rejoin the herd, surrounded by massive bodies like a living fortress. An elephant's strength lies not just in its size, but in a solidarity that has protected them for eons. On this unforgiving land, every day is a new drama, where life and death are separated by a single breath. The lioness is the ultimate hunting machine. The sun sears the vast African savanna. In the scorched yellow grass, a figure lies in wait. She is the true queen of this domain. The lioness is the cornerstone of the pride's survival. She undertakes the perilous role of the principal hunter. Her body is a design optimized for speed. A more compact frame than the male's enhances her agility. Her sandy tawny coat is the ultimate camouflage. Her night vision is 6 times sharper than a human's. Darkness is her most potent ally. Soft paw pads silence every footfall. Absolute silence is the first strategic weapon. Her true strength lies in coordinated teamwork. They hunt in highly complex tactical formations. Each member understands her role implicitly. The flankers drive the prey directly into the ambush. Communication occurs without a single roar. The lioness possesses a terrifying burst of speed. She channels all her energy into short, explosive sprints. Retractable claws protect their razor sharpness. Powerful jaws are built to lock onto the windpipe. A lioness rarely expends energy needlessly. She watches with patience, selecting the weakest target. The success rate soars when they hunt as one. This is a testament to the intelligence of these great cats. The giraffe, the tallest animal on the planet, is a true icon of the African savanna. With an average height of 16 to 20 feet, the males can weigh up to 4,200 pounds. Its golden coat with polygonal patches provides camouflage among the dry foliage and the harsh light of the open plains. The giraffe feeds on the shoots, leaves, and flowers of the acacia tree. With its dark, prehensile tongue, up to 18 inches long, it can wrap around thorny branches. They live mainly in the dry savannas and open woodlands of Kenya, Tanzania, and Botswana, where there is plenty of foliage and a wide view to spot predators from afar. Though it appears gentle, the giraffe possesses one of the most formidable defense systems on the savanna. Its long legs, like concrete pillars, hide an extraordinary power. A kick from a foreleg can generate a force of about 450 to nearly 787 pounds of force, enough to break a jaw or even kill an adult lion if it hits the head. Additionally, its height and excellent vision turn the giraffe into a true biological watchtower of the savanna, capable of spotting predators from hundreds of yards away. A giraffe's kick can be lethal. When the kick comes from a foreleg in a vertical downward trajectory, it turns the rock-hard hooves into true crushing weapons. If it strikes the skull of a lion, cheetah, or even a hyena, it can cause skull fractures, cervical spine dislocation, or cerebral hemorrhage, leading to death within minutes. A particular detail is that, unlike the zebra, which usually kicks to escape, the giraffe kicks to kill, especially when protecting its young. Even lions, the apex predators, have to think twice before attacking an adult giraffe. To succeed, they need to bring it down first. The Cape porcupine is Africa's largest rodent, weighing 22 to 66 pounds and measuring 24 to 31 inches long. Its robust body, short legs, and large head are covered in a thick, black coat. But its main weapon is its armor of quills, a true masterpiece of evolution. Its body is covered with thousands of keratin quills, ranging from 8 to over 13 inches long. These quills are not just sharp, they are designed to detach easily upon contact with an enemy. The tips of the quills have microscopic barbs, making them embed deeply and very difficult to remove. This not only causes immediate pain, but can also lead to severe infections, turning the porcupine's armor into a kind of passive biological weapon. The porcupine's habitat spans the savannas and dry forests of southern and eastern Africa, where hard ground and rock formations provide ideal shelter. The porcupine is a nocturnal animal, feeding mainly on roots, tubers, fallen fruit, bark, and occasionally gnawing on bones to supplement its calcium, which helps to harden its quills. Despite its slow gait, it is a true master of defense in the wild. When threatened, it does not flee. It turns, raises all its quills, and rattles its tail. Its main natural enemy is the leopard, a solitary hunter known for its patience and intelligence. This behavior is instinctive, but also has reflexive elements. When it feels pressure or physical contact, the porcupine's nervous system reacts quickly, raising the quills and rattling the tail. In the end, the female leopard sits there, pulling out the quills one by one, frustrated and in pain. There are many records of lions and leopards dying a few days later from infections caused by the wounds. But in the center of that circle of dominance is something strange, small, round, with metallic reflexes. A ball made of compact scales. The African pangolin is an insectivorous mammal, characteristic of the savannas and open woodlands from southern Africa to Tanzania. Its body is 31 to 39 inches long, weighing 26 to 33 pounds. This is a creature that has chosen a different path. It has turned its own body into a fortress of keratin, an ancient solution to a timeless problem. Its defense is not to fight nor to flee, but to simply become impenetrable, to wait out the storm of claws and teeth in absolute stillness. It is the ultimate victory of passive resistance. Unlike carnivores, the pangolin is a solitary and exclusively nocturnal creature. It uses its long tongue, which can exceed 16 inches, to catch ants and termites in their underground nests. Against the claws of a lion, its scales show their full strength. No claw can penetrate them. In the first few minutes, the predatory instinct prevails, but patience begins to wear thin. The pangolin remains motionless, curled up like a living rock. Its strength lies not in attack, but in absolute stillness. When the predator finally gives up, it slowly uncurls its scales, stretches its neck, and takes calm steps, leaving small footprints in the sand. The pangolin's armor is a masterpiece of evolution, but it is also its limitation. It protects it from any predator, but leaves it defenseless against humans. In the natural world, survival depends not only on physical strength, but on a combination of inherited instincts, neural reflexes, and learned behaviors. And that is what makes nature a stage that is both brutal and incredibly fair. The African buffalo is one of the most dangerous ungulates on the continent. An adult can weigh from 1,100 to over 2,000 pounds. To survive the African heat, they need water, but they also possess a unique thermoregulation system. The buffalo's dark coat can absorb heat, but its skin contains a dense network of blood vessels. When they wallow in mud, this layer not only cools them, but also acts as a sunscreen, keeping their body temperature stable for hours afterward. Its strength is so great that it can toss an adult lion into the air with a single charge, causing serious injuries. Its most lethal weapon is its pair of curved horns, which extend to the sides and then curve upward like sharp blades. In males, the bases of the horns merge into a thick bone structure called a boss, a true protective helmet on the forehead, turning them into living fortresses. But more frightening than all is its unpredictable and aggressive temperament. Unlike its domesticated relatives, the African buffalo retains a wild and primal instinct. It does not fear humans, nor does it fear lions, and above all, it never surrenders. Therefore, in most hunts, lions only have a real chance when they attack as a group. When the buffalo advance together, they are like an army on the march, strong, united, and ready to fight to the end. Since a buffalo's hide is difficult to penetrate instantly, the lionesses, who are responsible for the hunt, usually attack from behind. A precise pounce can throw the prey off balance and create an opportunity to bring it down, but the plan does not always go as expected. When it senses danger, the buffalo does not run into the forest. It runs back to its group. Reinforcements are certain. It is only a matter of time. In a few seconds, the roles are reversed. The lions try to continue the chase as the herd falls back, but they are surprised by the sharp horns ready to block their way. In another situation, when attacking a calf, the lions trigger another powerful instinct, the maternal instinct. The mother's reaction ignites a fire of solidarity in the entire group. In buffalo, these reactions are reinforced by collective learning, as individuals learn from the group, and the whole group reacts as one. Another animal that shows impressive collective strength against predators is the chacma baboon, Africa's largest baboon. This is a primate with extremely complex social behavior. They live in troops of up to several hundred individuals. The social structure is well defined, with the strong males positioned at the front and back of the group during movements. The females and young are protected in the center. Their main natural enemy is the leopard. In a bushland in southern Africa, at the end of a hot afternoon, a leopard moves in silence. Unlike the lion, the leopard does not depend on a pride. It is an invisible hunter, a ghost among the branches, an assassin from the shadows. It strikes when the troop is least vigilant. But this time, luck smiled on it. An adult male in the baboon group raises its head. Baboons have a very developed sense of smell and sharp vision. A small signal is enough to trigger the collective alarm system. Instantly, a loud, short and sharp cry rings out. In the world of baboons, each predator has its own alarm code. The sound for a leopard is not confused with the sound for a lion, an eagle, or a python. The predator has just taken another step, and the entire troop has reorganized. The larger males move to the front, standing tall, fur on end, emitting piercing cries. One of them, perhaps the dominant one, charges without a moment's hesitation. Behind it, the others follow. It is not a desperate reaction, it is a strategy. The victory of the baboons lies not in killing the enemy, but in spoiling the attack before it happens. Unlike other prey that only flee, baboons have a sophisticated social organization. They divide functions, cooperate, and make decisions as a group. The collective acts as a living information network, where signals, emotions, and lessons are transmitted and processed in real time. In the wild, where a second's delay can cost a life, the defense of the baboons depends not only on claws or fangs, but on intelligence, memory, and coordinated response. It is the unity and intelligence of the prey that has made the hunter retreat in silence, defeated. The male lion is the embodiment of raw, brutal power. His appearance is born to intimidate his foes. The dense mane resembles a great crown. It is, in fact, a rare armor protecting his throat. The thick hair mitigates the damage from biting jaws. The muscles of his shoulders and neck are immensely developed. His sheer body mass is a heavyweight weapon. His task is not the hunt. His sole mission is to fight and defend his territory. He patrols the borders under the searing sun. His scent marks an inviolable sovereignty. His far-carrying roar warns any audacious intruder. The sound itself makes the wild earth tremble. Any stranger will pay a heavy price. Young nomads are always hungry to usurp the throne. The battle between these titans is always merciless. They collide with the force of a thunderclap. Claws tear through an opponent's flesh without pity. Jaws crush an enemy's bones in an instant. The male uses his body weight to overpower. He fights with fury and tenacity. There is no room for mercy on this battlefield. A network of scars is a medal of courage. Each wound tells a story of survival. He must fight on, even when his body is exhausted. A weakened king will be overthrown immediately. Nature's law of elimination is utterly unforgiving. The male lion rarely dies a peaceful death of old age. His fate usually ends in bloody violence. The loser is exiled to die in solitude. The victor wins the right to continue his lineage. This brutality is the price of ultimate power. He is prepared to fight to the death to protect the young cubs. His very presence brings peace to the pride. He is a fortress against the hyena clans. The male lion lives a short but glorious life. He is born and he dies, a true warrior. It is nature's heroic and magnificent tragedy. In the African elephant, one of the species with the most complex social structures in the animal kingdom, motherhood goes beyond nursing or protection. It includes teaching and transmitting survival knowledge, a mother teaches her young how to navigate, how to find water in the dry season, and even how to mourn the death of a group member. In a 30-year study conducted by the organization Save the Elephants in Kenya, researchers concluded that mothers play a decisive role in shaping the behavior of their young. Biologically, the hormone oxytocin, known as the love hormone, plays a crucial role in activating maternal behavior in mammals. This mechanism acts like a pre-programmed biological miracle, where motherhood is not a choice, but a mission inseparable from the body itself. Protecting the young is a non-negotiable instinct. And in the wild, where every day is a battle for survival, this instinct is pushed to its extreme. The white rhinoceros is one of the largest surviving terrestrial mammals, second only to the elephant. Its massive body can weigh from 100 to over 2,400 kilograms. Its skin, up to 2 inches thick, is grayish. The term white comes from the old Dutch word wid, meaning wide, referring to its wide, flat mouth, ideal for grazing. It has 2 keratin horns. The first, usually 24 to 35 inches long, can exceed 5 feet. Its long ears rotate 180 degrees, and its small eyes, located on the sides, allow a wide view of the savanna. Though its vision is very poor, the rhino lives in a rich world woven from scent. They regularly leave dung at communal latrines along their paths. These dung piles are not just territorial markers, they act as a social bulletin board. Where a rhino can tell which individuals have passed, their sex, and their health status. The white rhino is a specialized grazer, consuming 88 to 132 pounds of grass per day. With its wide lips and strong neck muscles, it can cut grass close to the ground without uprooting it. Its preferred habitat is the open savanna plains, with low vegetation, sparse bushes, and shallow wetlands, stretching from southern Africa to Kenya. Water is essential. It needs to drink daily and often bathes in mud to regulate its temperature, repel insects, and avoid sunburn. The reproductive cycle of the white rhino is quite slow. The female is pregnant for about 16 months and gives birth to a single calf. The calf nurses for about 12 to 18 months, and in its first years, it does not leave its mother's side. This is also the period when the mother becomes extremely aggressive. With a sense of smell 50 times more sensitive than a human's, the rhino can detect predators like lions or hyenas from hundreds of yards away. At times, a single glance from the shadows is enough to signal the end of a chain of life. And even the strongest cannot escape that unforgiving law. footsteps as silent as the wind approach their prey without a sound. Silence cannot conceal the ruthlessness of nature. The throne of dominance in this forest has never belonged to a single creature. When everything stops, only one can survive. One of the most representative icons of these grasslands is the pampas fox, a small canid with a grayish-brown coat. Unlike its red-furred relatives to the north, the pampas fox is primarily nocturnal. Its diet is highly varied, from mice, small birds, and eggs to insects and wild fruits. More than just a solitary hunter, the pampas fox is also a devoted father. Pairs often bond for life, and the male actively participates in hunting, bringing food back for the pups and protecting the family. A model of family life in the wild grasslands. In the heart of southern Africa, between the arid Namib Desert and the vast savanna grasslands, lies the Namibian savanna woodlands. This is not a dense forest, but an immense landscape of vast grasslands dotted with camel thorn trees. The camel thorn trees, growing up to 65 feet tall, are the lifeblood of this region. Their roots plunge as deep as 150 feet into the earth, drawing up scarce groundwater. Amidst the grasslands are dry riverbeds like the Honib and Kunene rivers, which only hold water during the rainy season. Despite their arid appearance, these dry rivers are the lifelines of the land, where lush vegetation grows along their banks. With 350 to 400 lions roaming the park, Etosha boasts one of the highest lion densities in the world. Their resounding roars echo across the plains, a proud declaration of their dominance. In the darkness, every step, every roar underscores the absolute power of these savanna kings. Etosha National Park is not a sanctuary for the weak. With an average annual rainfall of just 15 inches, it is a land of harsh extremes. Herds of springbok and gemsbok traverse the plains in search of water, but their existence is constantly threatened by two apex predators. Lions, the rulers of the savanna, rely on strength and ambush tactics to hunt. An adult lion, weighing up to 420 pounds, can bring down large prey like buffalo or zebra with just a few calculated strikes. However, their tactics extend beyond the hunt. In an environment of scarce resources, lions frequently steal prey from hyenas. Hyenas, on the other hand, excel in stamina and teamwork. A large hyena clan, often numbering in the dozens, knows how to coordinate its efforts to exhaust its prey. Equipped with powerful jaws, unparalleled aggression, and superior numbers, they can quickly subdue even large animals. However, their success is often overshadowed by the threat of lions. In the arid environment of Etosha, scarce water sources like Okauquejo and Halali become hubs of life. These water holes are not just gathering places for animals to quench their thirst, but also battlegrounds for lions and hyenas. Conflicts are frequent, especially at dusk or during the night when both predators are most active. The dynamic between lions and hyenas in Etosha is more than mere competition. It is a complex interaction that maintains the balance of the ecosystem. The power imbalance between lions and hyenas significantly affects the equilibrium of the Namibian savanna woodland ecosystem. In this case, hyenas are at a disadvantage compared to lions, often being overpowered, which leads to a sharp decline in their numbers. This means that carcasses are not disposed of in a timely manner, which can lead to the spread of disease. The rainy season on the Savanna begins in November, transforming the entire landscape. When the first rains touch the African savanna, the parched land awakens. Dry rivers are reborn, forming temporary lakes that attract herds of wildebeest and zebra. However, this transformation disrupts the balance of predatory activity. The tall grass becomes a double-edged sword. For lions, it provides better cover for ambushes, but reduces visibility. For hyenas, the soft, slippery terrain does not hinder their stamina, but does prolong their chases. Hyena clans operate like a finely tuned machine, where each individual has a distinct role. During a hunt, the strongest adults lead, directly attacking the prey to apply pressure. Other members follow, encircling and exhausting the prey until it is quickly subdued. This coordination not only maximizes their collective power, but also minimizes the risk to each individual. The success rate of hyena hunts increases by 25% when they hunt in groups. The society of the hyena is built on a solid matrilineal foundation. In each clan, the females hold power, dominating all the males. This hierarchy is not just a social structure, but also a survival strategy. During the rainy season, when food sources are dispersed, this matrilineal structure becomes crucial for maintaining stability. The dominant females not only decide the clan's hunting strategies, but also lead confrontations. With their larger bodies, averaging 150 pounds, and higher testosterone levels, the dominant females naturally assume leadership roles. They have priority access to food and play a crucial role in protecting the clan's young. The rainy season poses significant challenges for the clan's cubs. Floods and low temperatures can be fatal if they are not properly cared for. In hyena society, the adult females play a vital role in nurturing and protecting the young. The social structure of hyenas not only establishes order, but also enhances hunting efficiency and territorial defense. The The females not only care for their own offspring but also protect the other cubs in the clan. This collective care reduces mortality rates, especially in harsh weather conditions. During the rainy season, when the grass grows up to 5 feet tall and the terrain becomes slippery, coordination among members becomes a key factor for survival. In group hunts, hyenas use intelligent encirclement tactics. They drive their prey into soft, muddy or flooded areas where the terrain slows the prey's speed and agility. Some hyenas block escape routes from the front, while others pursue from behind. The coordination of the hyenas is not just a simple chase, but a meticulously organized operation. The strongest adults often lead the attack, applying pressure on the prey. While smaller or younger members maintain the perimeter or provide support from the rear. Stamina is one of the hyena's most important weapons. Unlike lions, which rely on speed and power to overwhelm prey in a short burst, hyenas depend on their endurance to wear down their opponents. The powerful bite of a hyena, capable of generating a force of up to 1,100 pounds per square inch, is a formidable weapon. In coordinated group hunts, the hyena's success rate increases by 25%, especially during the rainy season. Carcasses of animals swept away by floods or exhausted also become an abundant food source, helping hyenas conserve energy. With their keen sense of smell, hyenas can detect a carcass from a distance of up to 3 miles. When the first heavy rains of the season fall, the African savanna undergoes a spectacular transformation. Themida triandra grass grows tall, creating green walls that obscure everything. Herds of wildebeest and zebra no longer congregate around fixed water sources as they do in the dry season. Instead, they disperse, taking advantage of the newly revived rivers and water holes. In this chaotic landscape, lions face a significant challenge. How to maintain the strength of the pride, protect their territory, and hunt effectively. This is not just a story of survival, but a testament to the incredible social organization of lions. During the rainy season, lion prides must travel farther to hunt. Large prey like wildebeest and zebra are scattered, forcing prides to travel up to 15 miles a day to find food. The tall grass and soft, slippery terrain reduce the effectiveness of their ambushes. To overcome these difficulties, lion prides must adapt, relying more on teamwork and meticulous strategies. A lion pride typically consists of 3 to 20 individuals. Contrary to the myth of a single dominant king, the true center of the pride is the lionesses. These females maintain the rhythm of the pride, taking on the roles of hunters and caregivers for the young. Meanwhile, the male lions, with their superior strength and size, act as the pride's protectors. Although roles within the pride are clearly defined, coordination between males and females is essential for survival. Lionesses not only take on the task of hunting, but also nurture and protect the next generation. Male lions serve as guardians, ensuring the pride's territory remains safe from invaders. Hunting is not the only responsibility of the lionesses. They must also protect and nurture their cubs, the future of the pride. During the rainy season, with the increased activity of hyenas and leopards, the risk of cubs being attacked is at its highest. Dens are often chosen in higher locations, away from areas prone to flooding. Here, the lionesses take turns guarding the cubs, ensuring their safety. This protective behavior is not merely a duty, but a testament to the strong bonds within the pride. The heat builds slowly on the plains of South Luangwa, and the dust hanging in the air heralds something immense. In the distance, the ground begins to tremble, and a line of colossal shapes emerges from the mopane trees. African elephants. They cross the valley with a calm authority, yet every footstep carries the weight of experience. Standing over 13 feet tall and weighing up to 14,300 pounds, these animals shape the very landscape. A single family can clear a tract of woodland, felling trees with their tusks. This behavior, far from being destructive, is vital to the ecosystem, allowing light to break through the canopy. In the arid world of Luangwa, survival demands more than just strength, and the elephants know it. Their great ears, acting as vast, natural radiators, allow them to control their body temperature. But it is in the trunk that they carry their most precious resource. With over 40,000 muscles, this versatile structure is used to smell, touch, eat, drink, and communicate. The matriarchs are old females, with decades of memory stored away. They know every bend of the river, every ancient waterhole, and every danger hidden in the vegetation. Over time, they have left their mark on the region, pathways carved through the dense bush. Recent studies have revealed that Luangwa's elephants can distinguish dozens of sounds with precision. They also use low-frequency rumbles, inaudible to us, to communicate across vast distances. It is in this silent, invisible way that family groups stay connected, even when miles apart. Paradise is evaporating. The Luangwa River, the valley's lifeblood, is retreating, leaving a desert of dust in its wake. For this elephant herd, it is a race against time. Their social bond is both their greatest strength and their burden. They leave no one behind, but this delay could cost them their lives. The family's survival now depends not on strength, but on memory. Locked in the mind of this 60-year-old matriarch is an ancient map, a map to hidden wells dug by her ancestors. But when paradise changes this fast, can her memory still be trusted? Will she lead them to water or to a grave of sand? In the shallow pools that remain, a cluster of rounded, motionless shapes seems to doze. But their stillness is deceptive. There, partially submerged, are hippopotamuses. By day, they are almost entirely immobile, with only nostrils, eyes, and ears breaking the muddy surface. This posture serves a clear function, protecting their sensitive skin from the harsh solar radiation. To aid this, the bodies of these giants produce a viscous reddish secretion. It is a biological fluid with antiseptic properties that acts as a natural sunblock. Standing nearly 6 feet at the shoulder and up to 13 feet long, a bull can weigh up to 4,000 pounds. Despite their impressive bulk, their movement in water is surprisingly unconventional. Their underwater agility is remarkable, but it is out of the water that the hippo reveals its true power. As night falls and the temperature drops, they leave the water and follow well-trodden paths to graze. With lips nearly 28 inches wide, they crop the low grasses, shearing vegetation close to the ground. A single hippo can consume up to 88 pounds of grass in a night, traveling as far as 5 miles to find it. Though herbivores, hippos possess a formidable jaw with canine tusks that can grow to 20 inches long. These natural weapons are not used for feeding, but in territorial disputes, particularly between bulls. Confrontations are violent and sometimes lethal. Each pod is controlled by a dominant male. Their aquatic territory is fiercely defended with loud bellows and intimidating threat displays. The roar of a bull hippo can be heard over half a mile away, echoing as a warning to all. The reproductive cycle is also adapted to an aquatic life. Mating and birth often take place in the water. Gestation lasts nearly 8 months, and a calf is born weighing between 55 and 100 pounds. During their first year, they are ferociously protected by their mother, who will not hesitate to confront any threat. Despite their passive appearance, hippos are notoriously unpredictable. They are responsible for more human fatalities in Africa than any other large mammal. Their speed on land, reaching up to 18 miles per hour over short distances, is astonishing for an animal of such immense size. Beyond their individual power, hippos fulfill a crucial ecological role. Moving between land and water, they transport nutrients, influencing the growth of vegetation. In Luangwa, the hippo population remains relatively stable, thanks to the presence of these natural lagoons. The water's calm surface is a deception. At first glance, nothing moves. But among the distorted reflections of sky and vegetation, something is watching. It is the Nile crocodile, an absolute master of the art of ambush. Growing up to 20 feet long and weighing over 1,500 pounds, this is Africa's apex reptile. But its power lies not just in its size, but in how it uses its environment. A flattened body with high set eyes and nostrils on the top of its snout allows it to remain almost completely submerged. And when it strikes, the moment is lethal. A sudden explosion of power, a devastating bite. The force of its jaws is among the greatest ever recorded in the animal kingdom. Its strategy relies not on speed, but on precision. It has no need to give chase. Although its main diet consists of fish, the Nile crocodile is an opportunistic hunter. It will take water birds, small and medium-sized mammals, and other reptiles. On the sandbanks of the Luangwa and Chipamba lagoons, it reigns supreme, dominating the shallows. Yet, for such a fearsome hunter, there is a surprising tenderness in the crocodile's life: parental care. At the end of the dry season, as the riverbeds are exposed, the female seeks out sandbanks to lay her eggs. The temperature of the nest determines the sex of the hatchlings, a phenomenon known as temperature-dependent sex determination. When the young begin to make faint calls from within their eggs, the mother carefully excavates the nest. In many cases, the male will also participate, guarding the young during their first vulnerable days. Mortality for the young, however, is extremely high. Birds of prey, large fish, and even other crocodiles are a constant threat. With a lifespan that can exceed 60 years in the wild, the Nile crocodile is the embodiment of endurance. It has survived for millions of years, enduring geological ages with its strategies unchanged. In South Luangwa, the stability of its population is made possible by the resilience of these ecosystems. During the harsh, dry season, competition for territory becomes intense. As dusk settles, the heat begins to fade, and animals draw near the banks to quench their thirst. The light reflects off its scaled hide as if it were wet stone. As the afternoon heat subsides and the sky turns to gold over the Luangwa Savanna, it is not the end of activity, but a prelude to something greater. Sounds diminish, movements cease, and attention spreads like a warm breeze. That is when it appears, the lion. Without fanfare, its mere presence alters the behavior of all around it. There is no haste in its stride, nor any need for a display of power. The territory on which it treads is its own, and the savanna's silence bows to its authority. In the central regions of Luangwa, lions form stable populations, organized into cohesive family prides. Each pride is led by one or more experienced lionesses, responsible for the hunt and the raising of cubs. The adult males defend the territory, driving off rivals and ensuring the continuation of their bloodline. The lionesses are consummate hunters. At night, they use the darkness as their ally. Their vision is 6 times more sensitive to low light than our own. The attack is coordinated. While one positions itself ahead, the others flank from the sides. The speed of the assault is explosive. A charging lioness can reach up to 50 miles per hour in the final moments. Claws slice the air with precision, and a single powerful bite to the throat is enough. But success is never guaranteed. Studies show that only 25 to 30% of hunts end in a kill. During the day, the pride rests, seeking shelter in the shade of low trees or among rock formations. As the first rays of sun touch the dry treetops of Luangwa, a sharp, unmistakable bark cuts the air. It is not a roar or a bellow. It is the alarm call of a chakma baboon. From the highest branches to the rocky outcrops, the troops are organized with remarkable efficiency. They comprise between 20 and 80 individuals, and every member knows its place. The adult males, standing over 4 feet tall and weighing up to 90 pounds, are formidable guardians. The females, smaller and more agile, maintain the troop's cohesion through intricate social bonds. Grooming, caring for the young, and sharing food are more than just gestures of affection. Their coats, a brownish grey with a thicker mane on the males, blend with the red earth. When moving through the transition zones between woodland and open plain, the chakma baboons maintain formation. It is a structure designed to guard against surprise attacks from predators like leopards and lions. In the dry season, the troops migrate to higher ground, where visibility is better. In the wet season, they descend in search of fruiting trees and dense vegetation. The diet of these primates is a true testament to their adaptability. They are omnivores, and that gives them an advantage in any scenario. They eat roots, young leaves, seeds, fruits, insects, birds' eggs, and even small vertebrates. But the true strength of the chacma baboon lies in its communication. They use over 30 different sounds combined with precise facial expressions and body postures. Every call has a specific meaning, and every gesture carries intent. In times of danger, the males may band together in a collective response. They have been seen confronting larger predators to defend the young of the troop. At dusk, the troop sounds subside. The chacma baboons ascend again to the highest branches. There, the young huddle, protected among the adults for the night. The chacma baboon is not merely a resilient primate, it is an architect of its society. Among the high, irregular slopes of the Machinga escarpment, where the ground is arid and vegetation sparse. A troop of nimble, dark-faced figures moves through the branches. Vervet monkeys. Here, where life demands instant decisions, every glance, gesture, and sound can make the difference. With their silver-grey coats and dark faces, vervet monkeys can pass almost unnoticed. But behind this discretion lies a sophisticated society. They live in troops of 20 to over 50 individuals, where order is kept through a clear hierarchy. This social behavior is maintained by one of the most complex communication systems known in monkeys. Over 60 distinct gestures and 36 calls make up their vocabulary, and each sound carries a message. Members of the troop recognize each other by call alone, which helps to maintain cohesion. During the day, vervets explore the ground in search of food, moving between clearings. Their diet is highly varied: leaves, fruit, flowers, eggs, insects, and small vertebrates. This diversity allows them to adapt to different seasons, surviving periods of scarcity. But the ground carries risks, so a watch is constantly kept. While part of the troop forages, others act as sentinels. A strange sound, the beat of an eagle's wings or a distant rustle in the leaves is all it takes. At sunset, the troop retreats to the treetops, usually in trees with high branches. There they rest in a tight formation, protecting the youngest and maintaining their order. Even at rest, the troop does not lower its guard. Although there are no precise statistics on the number of vervet troops in South Luangwa, the relative lack of interference allows their natural behaviors to unfold consistently. But do not be deceived. Behind their curious gaze and slight build is a mind that is constantly working. They know when to move, what to avoid, and how to survive in a land of giants. In the wilds of Luangwa, where strength, size, and dominance so often define the main players, dust rises softly in the distance, and the muffled sound of hundreds of synchronized footsteps grows. Beneath the unforgiving sun of the Luangwa Valley emerges one of its most formidable assemblies, the African buffalo. From a distance, they seem a single, moving mass. But as they draw closer, the complexity of their social structure is revealed. Powerful bulls, weighing nearly a ton and standing over 5.5 feet at the shoulder, walk with a steady resolve. The females move in small family groups, guiding collective decisions with subtle gestures. In this great herd, decisions are made not by force, but by consensus. Females, upon rising from a rest, will turn their bodies in the direction they wish to travel. The diet of the African buffalo consists almost entirely of grass. They are bulk grazers, which makes them dependent on the ever-shrinking patches of green. In the wet season, abundance allows for shorter migrations, but in the dry season, they are forced towards the river. where vegetation still endures. To reach it, they must often cross deep water. And even in the face of that risk, they do not flinch. They cross as a herd, protecting the calves. And should a predator dare to attack a calf, the response can be ferocious. There are recorded scenes of entire herds turning back on an attacker, forcing even lions into retreat. But this species does not live by strength alone. Their internal organization is remarkable. Older bulls, often known as lone dagger boys, live in separate bachelor herds. Reproduction typically occurs at the height of the rainy season, when food is plentiful. According to studies conducted in Luangwa, a calf's survival rate is directly linked to the size of its herd. In larger herds, the risk of a successful predator attack is significantly reduced. Though it is not a predator, the African buffalo is often called the Black Death. The name comes from its unpredictable behavior. When it feels threatened, it does not flee. In the Luangwa Valley, life is harsh, resources are limited, and competition is constant. But the African buffalo demonstrates that true strength can come from solidarity. The reason lies with the lion. Lions are the hyena's greatest rivals. They will take a hyena's life whenever the opportunity arises. Hyenas rarely confront an adult male lion directly. They may target cubs or weaker individuals, but generally avoid head-on clashes. For centuries, the spotted hyena and the lion have symbolized the eternal rivalry of the savanna. Clashes are frequent, marked by powerful bites and desperate struggles over a carcass. But what often goes unnoticed is how similar these two species are in their social structures. Both spotted hyenas and lions are the most socially complex predators in Africa. One lives in a clan, the other in a pride. Though their structures differ, matriarchy versus patriarchy, both revolve around order, alliances, and intricate territorial strategies. Both rely on force and strategy, and both understand that survival is never an individual affair. And perhaps it is in these similarities that conflict becomes inevitable. For in nature, it is often those who are most alike that become the fiercest of enemies. Unlike all other great cats on the planet, the lion is the only one that truly leads a social existence. It does not live in solitude, nor does it hide deep in the forest, but gathers in a complex social unit. Their social model is also fission fusion, just like that of the spotted hyena. Members of a pride may temporarily split into smaller groups to hunt or rest, only to merge again later. A typical lion pride has about 15 members, but can sometimes number up to 30, including a few adult males, related lionesses, and their cubs. Within the order of the pride, only the strong maintain their standing. But here is the fascinating part. Just like the spotted hyena, it is the lioness who is the heart and soul of the pride. Males may come and go, but the lionesses remain tied to their birthplace, carrying the pride's bloodline and memory through generations. Beneath the sandy coat and sharp eyes lies a natural-born warrior, a commander of strategy and loyalty. As the afternoon shadows lengthen, the lionesses begin to move. They glide like phantoms, with no mane to hinder them or give away their position. With a smaller frame than the males, only 265 to 397 pounds, but far more agile and with greater stamina, the lionesses use every bush and tree as perfect camouflage. The hunt begins with strategy. Each individual has a distinct role to play. Some spread out wide, taking up positions on the flanks, silently closing in, driving the prey into a state of confusion. Others hold the center, lying in wait. As the panicked prey flees toward them, that is the moment for an explosion of speed. A single moment of error, and the line between life and death is instantly redrawn. A lone lioness hunting a springbok has a success rate of only about 2.3%. But when they hunt as a group, that number can soar to nearly 30%, a clear testament to the power of cooperation. Groups of lionesses can bring down a full-grown giraffe or even a young elephant weighing nearly 13,000 pounds if conditions are right. In an assault on a herd of Cape buffalo, with each animal weighing up to 2,000 pounds, the lionesses are often the first to charge in. And when the dust settles, they return as mothers, nurturers, and protectors. What makes the lioness so extraordinary is that she does not discriminate between her own cubs and those of others. As long as a cub belongs to the pride, a lioness will nurse it, shelter it, and teach it how to survive. This behavior, known as allonursing, helps to synchronize the development of the cubs and enhances their collective chances of survival. On the Savanna, survival is not just about strength, it is about absolute loyalty to the pride. In lion society, the lioness is not only a warrior and a mother, but also a decision maker. When the pride must move, hunt, or avoid threats, it is the closely related lionesses who determine the course of action. Even when predators like leopards, hyenas, or a coalition of strange males intrude, it is the lionesses who stand shoulder to shoulder to protect their young. However, if you look deeper into the role of a male lion, you might realize that behind the majestic title lies a challenging and short-lived role. In the complex social system of lions, the male plays a vital part in safeguarding the pride's existence and the continuity of its bloodline. With a massive frame weighing from 330 to 573 pounds, the male lion possesses powerful muscles and a bite strong enough to crush the bones of a zebra. Although not the primary hunter, the male does participate in some hunts, typically those involving large and formidable prey like Cape buffalo or giraffes. However, most of the time, the male lion does not hunt. Instead, he guards the meal, driving away scavengers like spotted hyenas. The most striking feature of the male lion is his thick mane. This mane serves as both natural armor in battle and a signal of testosterone levels and health. The darker and denser the mane, the stronger the signal that this male is a powerful individual and an ideal partner for reproduction. Yet, what truly determines a male lion's position is not just his appearance. It is his ability to protect his territory and his pride. Each pride can control a territory of up to 100 square miles. The male patrols the borders, marking the area with urine and roaring. His roar can carry for up to 5 miles, a clear warning to any who might consider trespassing. On this land, his roar is not just a sound, it is a declaration of survival. When confrontation becomes unavoidable, he is the first line of defense. But that strength does not last forever. An aging male lion is still patrolling the edge of his territory. In the thicket opposite, eyes gleam. It is a coalition of 3 young, muscular males, their eyes burning with ambition. They do not roar, they do not declare war. They simply move in slowly, as if silence itself is part of their takeover strategy. On the line between power and oblivion, a single moment of hesitation can seal a king's fate. The old lion rises, his mane erect, muscles tensed, preparing for an inevitable confrontation. But age is a silent betrayer. The fight is not long. A few minutes later, the ground trembles, a roar echoes, and then fades. No one ever sees that male lion again. All that remains is an unclaimed space. When the warning roar of the male lion no longer echoes, the first to notice the power vacuum are the hyenas. They begin to move in, becoming the most audacious of thieves. In the Ngorongoro crater, they have been observed stealing up to 100% of the prey caught by lionesses when no male lion is present. Spotted hyenas, while generally wary of male lions, show far less fear towards the females. A lioness strays into spotted hyena territory. She is nearly overwhelmed by their powerful jaws. But 4 other lionesses arrive to her rescue. The lioness is not a natural object of fear for the hyena. They are equals, sometimes dominant, sometimes overwhelmed. Even without a male, the lionesses must still hunt to feed their cubs. Spotted hyenas will not hesitate to challenge a lone lioness to steal her meal. The lone lioness has no choice but to wait until the hyena clan departs. This time, 3 lionesses have brought down a buffalo. As usual, the hyena clan arrives. The attack begins with a strategy that scientists have named mobbing, a tactic of collective intimidation. The entire savanna holds its breath, 2 predatory forces about to engage in a battle of survival without quarter. From a distance, the spotted hyenas begin to form a tightening cordon, their tails held high like defiant flags. The sounds they produce are a cacophony of shrieks, derisive laughter, and whoops that echo across the savanna. Researchers have noted that these coordinated mobbing attacks increase the hyena's chances of stealing food from lions by more than 60%. Each individual knows its role, from the one creating a distraction to the one attacking from behind, to the one making noise to apply psychological pressure. When a lioness charges one hyena, it becomes the trigger for an all-out battle, in which the hyenas have the advantage of numbers. The others seize the opportunity to snatch the prize. It is not a new plan, but it is always effective. Unless a male lion appears. The arrival of a coalition of young male lions changes everything. This time, they have come to take over the entire pride. The lion cubs now become the most vulnerable targets. It does not take long for them to overpower the pride. The lionesses, exhausted after many nights of fending off hyenas, can fight no more. Then comes the infanticide, swift, brutal, and inescapable. The nursing cubs, offspring of the old male, are all killed. The purpose is to bring the lionesses back into estrus as quickly as possible, allowing the new males to pass on their own genes. In an instant, a mother's pride turns to sheer terror. She sees not conquerors, but executioners. Her instincts tell her a grim truth. The little ones she has risked her life to protect, the bloodline of the former king, have just been sentenced to death. No pleas are heard, no mercy is given. This is not just a war for power, but the most brutal ritual of survival, where life and death trade places in the beat of a savanna heart. This is the law of the savanna, unforgiving and unshakable, where a new throne is always built on the blood and tears of the old generation. And in the victorious roar of the new rulers, there is a silent scream that only a mother can hear. The mothers, though grieving, are forced to follow the new rulers. Instead of spending months more raising their young, they are now ready to conceive again. This time, with the males who control the pride. When estrus returns, a wave of mating begins, intense and relentless. A lioness may mate over 50 times a day with a single male, continuing for 4 to 5 consecutive days. This frequency has nothing to do with bonding or affection. It is a biological strategy to ensure successful fertilization. However, it is not just one male who participates. In a coalition, males often take turns mating with the same female. This creates a blurred paternity, where no single male can be certain which cubs are his. Later, this reduces the risk of future infanticide, for if each male believes he might be the father, he is less likely to harm the young. A new generation is taking shape, carrying all the genetic traits the coalition fought to pass on before they, too, are eventually overthrown. The existence of any pride is never fixed. Males do not care for or participate in the raising of the young. Meanwhile, the lionesses continue their duties of raising cubs, hunting, and maintaining the social structure. In the social structure of the spotted hyena, the female holds absolute dominance. This power is built through alliances among closely related females, forming a tight-knit network. The female hyena possesses one of the most unique biological features in the mammalian world, an elongated clitoris known as a pseudopenis. This structure is more than a physical curiosity. It serves a profound social function. In a kingdom where strength often belongs to the male, the female hyena has rewritten the laws of evolution, turning biology into power. To mate, the female must actively retract this organ to allow the male access, meaning no mating can occur without her full cooperation. Males often have to court a female for an extended period, memorizing her estrous cycle and waiting for the right biological moment. During this time, they exhibit submissive behavior when approaching a female in estrus. Females tend to prefer younger males, those who were born into or joined the clan after them. Passive males tend to be more successful in courting females than aggressive ones. This is considered a natural anti-coercion mechanism, an extraordinary evolutionary step that allows the female to retain complete control over reproduction. The average gestation period is 110 days. In the final stage of pregnancy, the queen provides her developing cubs with higher levels of androgens. The queen also tends to conceive and give birth earlier. This gives her offspring a head start as they grow. Cubs are born with a soft, dark brown coat and weigh an average of 3.3 pounds. They begin fighting each other almost immediately after birth. This is particularly pronounced in same-sex litters and can lead to the elimination of the weaker cub. This sibling rivalry, or siblicide, eliminates about 25% of all hyena cubs within their first month. Spotted hyena milk has the highest protein and fat content of any terrestrial carnivore. Females are fiercely protective of their cubs and do not allow other adults, especially males, to come near them. When the breeding season arrives, the females gather at a communal den, where all the females of the clan can care for their young together. The unforgiving law of nature allows no weakness. Only the adaptable and the ruthless can endure. While one group hunts, the remaining females stay behind as babysitters, watching over the young hyenas. But when the mothers are away, the cubs are at their most vulnerable. Male lions regularly patrol their territories. They miss no opportunity to eliminate their rivals. The killing of hyena cubs by lions is a selective, strategic act, not one driven by hunger. They do not stop until they have confirmed the target is completely neutralized. Finally, they mark the scene with their scent, signaling the presence of dominant power. This behavior can be seen as a long-term survival tactic. By eliminating competitors early, they give their own offspring a better chance to hunt and survive. By the time the hunting party returns, it is too late. Despite being the dominant force in her clan, the queen is not immune to the harsh laws of nature. When the queen loses her heir, her lineage within the clan's power structure is severed. If a younger, stronger female, supported by powerful allies, emerges, she can absolutely challenge the current matriarch. The crown is passed to the queen's sister, younger, stronger, and, crucially, still with an heir and many close allies. The old queen will not leave the clan, for to leave means certain death. She will descend to a lower position in the hierarchy, from queen to commoner. Once a female loses her dominant position, reclaiming the throne is nearly impossible. When power shifts, the entire clan shifts with it. Relationships, access to food, and even hunting roles are all altered. In the wild world, no one remains at the top forever. Today's hunter can be tomorrow's hunted. The hyena clan, under the command of the new queen, gradually shifts its primary focus from lions to smaller predators. African wild dogs are now in their sights. Though smaller than lions and spotted hyenas, the highly skilled packs of wild dogs are not to be underestimated. Their hunting success rate is as high as 90%. Much of their success comes from having one of the most effective social models among carnivores. A perfect blend of discipline, loyalty, and solidarity among its members. A typical African wild dog pack consists of 7 to 15 adult individuals. Unlike the power struggles common in other carnivore species, this pack is led by a single breeding pair. The alpha pair are not tyrants, but leaders guided by experience and respect. When the alpha female gives birth, usually to a litter of 6 to 16 pups after a 70 to 73-day gestation, these helpers take turns guarding the den. Once the prey is exhausted, the entire pack swarms in. The food is shared almost immediately. Pups, the sick, and the old are all given priority. But just as the pack is feeding, a loud growl sends them into a panic. It is a spotted hyena. Two charge in first, swift as the wind. Another follows, devouring the wild dog's unfinished meal. Nearly 20 dogs are outnumbered. These opportunists are 1.5 to 2 times the size of an African wild dog. The size difference always puts the wild dogs at a disadvantage in disputes over food. However, spotted hyenas are not always successful. Thanks to their coordination and tactics, African wild dogs can sometimes fight them off completely. The hyena's rounded, muscular back is not just a powerful engine for running, it is also a natural shield, making bites from behind harder to latch onto. African wild dogs cannot overpower a hyena, but they can intimidate it into leaving. The very strategy that helps hyenas overcome lionesses now forces them to retreat from smaller predators. The The black-backed jackal is another creature that often gives hyenas trouble. With a black saddle on its back and bright tan flanks, this animal is the embodiment of a quiet survival strategy. The black-backed jackal has an exceptionally developed auditory structure. Its large, erect ears can pivot independently to catch the faintest sounds from over 100 yards away. Weighing only about 22 pounds with a top speed of 37 miles per hour, the black-backed jackal can take down small prey. But its reputation is not built on brute force. It lies in its sharp intelligence and situational awareness. The presence of jackals near the hunting grounds of hyenas or lions is no coincidence. They do not need to kill to survive. They just need to be fast, patient, and clever enough to scavenge from the giant's feast. In many cases, ignoring the jackal is not an act of kindness. It is an efficient cost-benefit analysis. First, the black-backed jackal cannot compete for the main prize. They pick at the scraps that the hyenas do not bother with. Second, jackals can inadvertently help hyenas detect danger early. With their keen hearing and lightning-fast reflexes, jackals are often the first to notice an approaching leopard, lion, or other predator. But it is not just carnivorous mammals, hidden under dry leaves or coiled beneath rocks. They are the characteristic snakes of the semi-arid grasslands of South America. The venomous snakes of this region possess an extremely fast strike mechanism and a potent venom. Leaving the open grasslands, we begin to venture deep into the northern lowlands of the Chaco Serrano. The forest is no longer dense, but transforms into scattered rows of trees no taller than 50 feet. This is the seasonal dry forest of the Chaco, a special type of woodland where life has learned to regulate itself. This is a low forest with a geological base composed mainly of limestone, gravel, and sand. That means that even when it rains, the soil dries quickly. For this reason, the vegetation here has evolved. It sheds its leaves en masse during the dry season, reducing evaporation, and recovers vigorously when the rains return. The climate in this region is semi-arid tropical, with two distinct seasons. The rainy season brings between 27 and 35 inches of water per year, mainly through sudden downpours. Conversely, the dry season can last up to 6 months, causing leaf fall in most trees. From a distance, the Chaco dry forest during the dry season looks like a barren field of skeletal trunks.